Okay, today we're going to continue on with our setting up a website tutorials, and we are going to set up a FAQ page, which stands for Frequently Asked Questions, FAQ. And most people are familiar with the term FAQ, and many times people will just name the page a FAQ page. But in this case, we're going to be using the FAQ page type for our tutorials section of this website. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to lay out the tutorials that we're actually building and recording right now into this page type, and I'd like it to be set up as a FAQ. So first we're going to go ahead and click on the type button to go ahead and change the page type to a FAQ page. Keep in mind, if you had any content on a page and you click on the type button, you will erase or lose the formatting of what was there. So keep in mind, when you change the format of a page, it doesn't transfer over. So we're going to click on the FAQ page type, and we're going to put in a little bit of welcome text. This will be edited later, so to not bore you too much, I'm just going to put something simple in here. Okay. Okay, so it's not necessary to put something in either of these two boxes. They're just there to, if you want to have a little bit of text in the beginning. Okay, now the way the FAQ page is laid out is you actually can have what's called a category, and then you have questions and you have answers. And that it's just that simple. And every FAQ page must have at least one category. So what we're going to do is we're dividing our FAQ page into 3 categories. The first category, and that's because we're building this tutorial section. So the first section of tutorials is the one we've been recording right now, and we're calling that Getting Started. And then the questions are, how, in this case, we're not going to ask them in the form of a question. We're going to say, actually, let's do it like this. No, let's do it this way. Setting up. Okay, and then inside here, this is going to be the answer, but what we're going to do is we're going to actually embed YouTube video into this answer. So I'm going to go ahead and set up the second question. And let's see, what was the next thing? Now, typically what you would do is you would actually have the question that you're asking in here, such as, how can I get in touch with you? And then you can get in touch with us by calling our support phone number or contacting sales, blah, 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 and you'd have your answer there. In this case, we're doing something a little bit different, so I'm setting it up accordingly. But either way, the functionality works the same. Now, let's go ahead and publish this and take a look at what we have so far. Okay, so here we are on our tutorials page, and we can kind of get a sense of the layout here. So what we have is we have our Getting Started category, and we have Setting Up Your First Website, Setting Up Your First Website Part 2, Tour of the Control Panel. And if you click on one of these, it basically pushes down the page to where that content is. Now, this linking structure will be a lot more, will make a lot more sense once we have more information here, and there's really, the page can really move around more. Right now, we don't have very much here, so as you can see, there's not a lot of scrolling, so our link doesn't really matter since the information is already really on screen. That's about to change. So we're going to now go ahead and set up a second category, I'd like to show how that works, and we're going to get in there and do that now. So here we are under our tutorials, and we're going to add a new category, which we can do on the left-hand side of the screen by clicking on Add New Category. Now we scroll down, and here's our new category, and we're going to call this Beyond the Basics, which is what our future videos will actually have and will actually be about. And then we'll have things in here like, let's see, editing logo in Photoshop. Okay, this is going to be something okay, that's going to be something we're going to be covering in the Beyond the Basics section. Okay, these are videos which we haven't yet produced, but they will be produced and they will be put in this area. Okay, and we're actually going to have another section that we hope to do in the future, which is going to need a new category. So let's go ahead and add that new category. We click on Add New Category, scroll down, and we put in the name of that category. Okay, and there will be many advanced techniques in here. Okay, so we're just kind of putting some placeholders in here, which will be fleshed out later as those videos are created. So I'm going to go ahead and click Publish, and let's go ahead and take a look at the website and see what we have so far. We're going under our tutorials, and as you can see, we're starting to get some more in here. And each one of these, let's look at how they work. So if we clicked on editing your logo in Photoshop, it zips down to editing your logo in Photoshop, and it also has a back to list link here. And if we click that, it takes us back to the same category that we were in. So if this category became very, very large, for example, if it went way down to like here, and this was all Beyond the Basics, then it would basically take you back to the same category that you were just in or that you had clicked from. And at any rate, it's a very useful page type. And the code behind a page type like this is actually gets pretty involved pretty fast. And the nice thing is you don't have to worry about that because you'll be the code is actually done for you here. So it's a very handy layout. Okay, so in the next video, we're actually going to show how you can embed a YouTube video. So stick with us and we'll show you how to embed a YouTube video coming up next. Thanks for watching.